My mom was like, you can get hypothermia. Like, what's going on? And your mom was just like, you guys are stupid. And I was like, yeah, we had no idea what we were doing. Can you guess what Scotland's national animal is? It blew my mind when I found this out.
Interesting. Scotland's not one place that really stays in my frontal cortex on a regular. So let me dive a little bit deeper. Scotland's national animal is obviously a red-tailed fox.
It's a unicorn.
Come on, y'all.
They chose the unicorn.
Come on, people. Listen.
Why wouldn't you love that? I felt like you would love that fact.
Because it's not real.
Yeah, they know it's a mythical creature, but they chose it because it represents mysticism and courage, and it's like...
Okay, but it's not a real animal.
In Wales, they have the Welsh dragon. And I don't know,
dragons are real. There's a Komodo dragon, and I honestly believe at one point, lizards, dinosaurs, there was a version of a dragon out here in these streets. Anyway, that's weird.
You know what I'm gonna do?
Tell me.
I'm gonna figure out what in the world we're spilling today.
Oh, babes, reach into the
Because it's not
teapot.
unicorns in Scotland. Okay.
Reach into the pot and get it. Ooh.
There's so many choices. I hope I pick a good one. Wow, babes.
Come for me, Mariah.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
No, don't do that.
Do you want to know what we're spilling tea on?
Yeah.
Because it's not my lack of ability to hit a high note. It is winter travel fails.
Ooh, we have some of those winter travel.
And also,
fails.
it's still like kind of winterish, I guess. In some places, you look
I'm kind of
cold.
dressed for it.
Oh, the weather outside
It's
is dreadful.
dreadful.
It sucks that holidays and then winter come together.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? It's like they both have to coexist at the same time, and then it just makes the holidays all the more stressful because you're like, I'll be home for Christmas. That type of
I
thing.
think it's a made-up stress. I think we were programmed to think it's stressful, but it's not as stressful as people make it. I think they make it stressful because they've seen Home Alone, they've seen all these movies. It's like, oh my God, the flights are canceled. It's like, okay, that happens every year. Calm down, take a breath, and plan for it.
Babes, some people have to work. Like my sister, for example, right? She literally works until the 23rd.
America's problem is
Yeah.
we put our work before our happiness. My work does the same thing. We put our work before we do anything else, and then we stress on our normal life. Other countries don't do that.
It's true. When it does come to winter
Wonderland travel.
we have some stories, babe. Because one thing, the minute I read that, I had one thing come to mind right away outside of airports and delays.
Here's the deal.
Okay,
Our
this is-
relationship from the beginning was always filled with fun adventures. Nobody could tell us that we were not laughing and traveling and getting into situations that required both of our brains to get out of. I think we really strengthened a foundation of our communication, of our problem solving during the winter months in New York.
My POV during that time was we have to get out of the city. Raven would shoot the view during the week, and then she would be exhausted but also need to like recharge. And so I would plan us little weekend getaways. And one weekend I thought, oh babes, wow.
I just spilled all the tea on myself.
She spilled the tea on herself. It's okay.
Okay.
And so one weekend, I was like, you know what? Let's go to Lake Placid. Now, let me tell you guys, I am from Los Angeles, born and raised. I do not know winter. I do not know snow.
I'm from ATL and New York. I know snow.
But not enough to say we shouldn't go to Lake Placid.
True, very true.
We decided in a polar vortex, which again, neither of us knew. And which is also crazy considering you were on The View, which is giving news that you didn't know there was a polar vortex.
I barely paid attention.
Anyway, so we each decided to like pack a little weekend bag, toothbrush, face wash, one pair of Uggs.
Coats. We brought coats.
A pea coat each. And we were like, let's go to Lake Placid. So we embark on this journey. It is absolutely freezing. We get to Lake Placid, which is like the most bizarre little Christmas town. And it wasn't Christmas time.
It was not Christmas.
We like come in the dead of night. There is wind, snow
Wait,
flurries,
babes, you didn't even
bustling.
tell her what kind of car we had.
Oh, we were in, go ahead.
We were in a smart car, which
Yeah.
if you don't know is a 2-seater barely any trunk space. I did not have chains on the tire. It was not made for winter. So like while we enter in the dead of night, we're on the side of a mountain and kind of like drifting a little bit.
But so naive to it. We're like, this is fine.
When we take a left into the hotel, like the car just like slides back.
But also we get there and it's like, again, it's like dead silent. The snow is starting to fall.
So fun.
There's just like Christmas lights everywhere. We don't really know where we're going.
It's not Christmas, but it's, people start putting up Christmas lights during
It
Thanksgiving.
wasn't, I don't remember even what month it was, but it wasn't Christmas.
Yeah, it wasn't Christmas, but the Christmas lights were up.
I felt like we were in a snow globe. It was like a real Christmas town. We are both so cold the next day that we go into the little town and we buy onesies. And
oh yeah, they were great onesies though.
Yeah.
We got to like really design
Customize them.
Customize them.
And when the little town was like cute, we went to a little bar.
Great.
I went to one of those restaurants, but we went sledding with dogs, like dog sledding on the lake.
I think it was Christmas.
It wasn't fucking Christmas. I'm gonna look back and if I had my phone on me, I could actually tell you because I still have pictures, which we will show all of you.
Oh yeah, we'll show.
We go to bed again. We wake up and that night it got like insanely cold. We're talking like negative 22 degrees.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
The car when we went to go leave was dead.
So we called somebody to come and give it a jump. Now, mind you, smart cars are not a normal occurrence in this area. You know what I mean? They have trucks. So
Everyone's
this
looking at
man,
us like we're idiots.
so this man comes and jumps the smart
And not
car.
like a AAA man, but like a man in a random looking truck who's just like, hey, I'm here with jumper cape. Like probably just like a man.
He comes and jumps the smart car and he messes it up more because he gives it too much voltage. But it starts and we don't know this yet.
Right.
A little smell, but I'm not tripping over. We get on the road. We're about to drive and I'm like, babes, ha 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 ha. I have something funny I want to do to you. Ha 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 ha.
She doesn't tell me this, mind
So
you.
I put down the sunroof.
No, you didn't even say it. It was a convertible smart car. So she puts down not the sunroof, the whole denim custom smart roof.
Called it sneaker because it had a denim top and a white bottom. It was nice.
So she puts it down.
Put it down and it's freezing. And I'm like, ha 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 ha. And then I try to put it back up again and it doesn't go back up because the fuse busted. So we're driving in this polar vortex on a freeway
In negative 20.
in negative 20 something degrees and all the cars are like, badass.
Yeah, literally like people
You're sick, bro.
people in like Escalades and like massive like Denali's, like big cars.
that obviously have heat. They looked very warm
they look
in there.
very warm and festive and like, Christmas-like. And they're driving like, okay, honking their horns like, you guys are badass. I'm like, no,
and
I'm
we're
not
freezing.
badass. I'm
She
so
gets
cold.
so cold she has to put a paper bag over her head so that the heat from her breath can heat her up.
From where we were in Lake Placid to try and get back to Manhattan was a lot of just dead land where you just had to drive. Like there was nowhere to go. We had to white knuckle it and get there.
Bare knuckle it. Let's keep it unracist.
What?
We have to bare knuckle it. Okay. I don't
Okay,
have
we
white
just had
knuckles.
to. It's because when you grip so hard, the knuckle turns white, regardless of your action.
Nah,
that's
not
white.
No, that's
It's
yellow.
the same.
No, that's yellow.
Oh my god.
Bare knuckle it.
Anyway, we bare knuckled it. We blue knuckled it. Okay, because we were so cold. We blue knuckled it all the way to Saratoga. We had gone like 2 previous weekends. We had gone to Saratoga and found these people at a hotel, made friends, whatever. It was a great place in the casino and whatever. And I called them and I was like, we're really in crisis. Like we need
They
a room.
fixed the car and then we finally got home and we realized we deserve each other.
My mom was like, you guys are so ridiculous. You can get hypothermia. Like what's going on? And your mom was just like, you guys are stupid. And I was like, yeah, we had no idea what we were doing.
We deserve each other.
We do. Do you want to make a toast?
I toast to the winter. Do you toast after you drink? Because this is the second time you've done that.
I don't like toasting.
I've never seen that before. You're also not a drinker. So
I drink
what
tea.
happens, this is how we do it, babes. When you say, you ready for a toast? Even if it's a segment, we go, yeah, sure. Toast.
Okay.
And then you drink it. I don't know what white knuckles do over here, but I'll tell you what bare knuckles do.
Okay, blue balls. Let's make a toast. Oh, I have nothing left.
Oh my God.
Okay, so today's toast goes to the Jenny stamp, which is a U.S. postage stamp, okay, with a Jenny airplane on it, which you probably don't even know what it is, but you would recognize it if you saw it. That sold at auction for $2 million. A U.S. postage stamp that sold for $2 million.
Why?
It sold for $2 million because it is considered the iconic stamp for stamp collectors. And it's because the Jenny airplane was printed upside down. And in the time that it was printed, which was 1918, Jenny airplanes and airplanes in general weren't something that people were seeing regularly. So when it started getting printed upside down, nobody caught it. So 100 of them were printed, and then they realized that there was a mistake. And those 100 stamps became collectibles.
Okay, now I'm not mad anymore because just saying it off the bat, I was very pissed at America. But now that I know that it's only 100 collectibles from the 1918,
from the year 1918, which is the 1918s,
from 1918, and the fact that, you know, not a lot of planes had been seen, that makes perfect sense, and that's super fucking cool.
And the one that sold at auction for $2 million was like in...
Had it already been licked?
No. That was why. It was like in pristine condition. Somebody who had analyzed it said that it had been kept like in the dark. It had it's all of its sealant on it.
You know,
and the colors were still really vibrant.
And that goes to show you that some hoarders are needed. You know, because hoarders like to collect things. And when you collect things, you can end up with $2 million. You never know, babes. You never know. Because, I don't know, whoever was from 1918, they passed that down. They knew in their heart that that was going to be worth money. I would have thrown that thing out so long ago. It would have been crazy.
If you were to go to an auction today, what would it be? How much would you spend?
Oh, my God. If I went to an auction today, it would definitely be like gold or maybe paintings. And I would spend no more than $50.
That's why we go to garage sales.
Yeah, I get my money. Get out of here.
Babes, you spilled some good tea today. Literally.
On myself.
Literally, yeah.
And for you guys to hear.
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We love you so much. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.